Oh, I did not see you there. Welcome to episode 4 of this public speaking announcement. Today, on our campus of St. Mary's University and in the Winona area, we will talk about the many different encounters that we will have throughout these activities that our group will join us on today. I will be your host with William Brennan Maximilian O'Donnell. Sorry, my Russian was coming in there a little bit. I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we get off of campus this episode. And we'll venture the areas of Lake Winona and Garvin Heights. As we begin our journey off of SMU's campus, our first stop is at the Winona Lake Visitor Center, where Jack, Keaton, Angel, and Jay will give you a little bit of information on Winona Lake, and they'll show you what the Visitor Center has to offer.
This is the Winona Visitor Center. Here you can rent skates.
You can also gain some information about the lake or activities.
And this place also tells you a bunch of things that you can do around the city of Winona.
And if you look over there, you can see Sugarloaf. Zoom in on it. It's beautiful.
So here are information that you can look into. So like there's something there about like the winery where you can go and just taste wine, and there's some like your actual company which you can go and watch the theater.
It's so shot glasses. How much is the shot?
So right here you can actually buy a bunch of T-shirts, visors, and mugs if you ever need to take a little souvenir gift back from wherever you came from.
I think this is women's.
Winona.
That ain't gonna fit.
No.
I love Winona.
Here's the.
After getting some souvenirs and brochures, the team is now ready to venture off into the wild outdoors to see what Winona Lake has to offer. Hopefully we'll be able to see some wildlife and maybe be able to walk on the trails.
So right outside of the visitor center, there's this nice map of Winona, and we're right here, right in between the two Winona lakes. And this map has other things you can do, like where to eat, where a skate park is, good hiking, canoeing, and kayaking, and then the lake lodge, which we'll show you later.
Alright, going off that, so you can tell, we're learning a lot of new things here. We have a basilica. It's like every city has one of those. We also got a rose garden. It's new. And then here we are, smooth.
So I guess if you're feeling sick or you need to check your health, you can go here at urgent care hospital.
Or want to drink, just go there, or the movies. Your choice.
And side note, the seminarians go to the basilica. Yeah. Go to the basilica to shoot a fake Christmas mass for all the people who can't go to mass.
Hey,
so
they give free hot chocolate here too, so like dark.
So this Winona sign is also in between the two lakes, and it's a great spot for pictures.
And if any of you have noticed, this is the same sign and the same letters that St. Mary's has on campus.
Cool.
Hey guys, so it's not quite wintertime yet, but here's a glimpse of the lake Winona and what it could be like in the winter. If you look at that ice over there and over there. Now something you can do on the ice is ice fish. So people cut a nice little hole in the ice, and then they just drop the pole down, and you're good to go. Just catch a bunch of fish.
The lake, you got trees, you got ice, you got water. It's beautiful. It's nature. Sugarloaf's right there again. What a beauty. Winona. We also got J&J. What more could you ask for?
Oh, yeah.
And hot chocolate. Which
So-
about?
So over the summer, if it's not winter or cold, you can always bring a date and kayak through that tunnel.
Is that Nemo?
Oh my gosh, it's an otter.
Oh my god.
You're getting this on video, aren't you?
Is that actually?
Yeah.
One of my favorite animals.
So, as you can see, my otter calls are not working this time, mostly because it's still fall. If it was winter, I would have that otter right here in the grass of my hand.
Don't mess with them. Others are super vicious.
Oh, I can see it. It's staring at me.
Yeah, just stick your hand down there.
The otter just hissed at me.
Yeah, you got it. Stick your hand down there. You're good. That's just his friendly call. He's just being friendly.
Winona's got sea otters. It's beautiful.
At Lake Winona, there's also a 5-mile path that goes all the way around the lake. It's super great for running, just walking with whoever, or there's also a lot of benches around the lake where you can sit and look at the lake.
Hello, so we are at the Lake Winona Lodge, where you can rent a bunch of different items for the lake, and there's a lot of cool things inside, including lounge and just a place to kind of sit and hang out.
So yeah, if you want to kayak here, you can just rent one and then kayak around Lake Winona.
Unfortunately, it is closed. Lake Lodge is closed for the season. It will reopen January 2nd. Come here if you want to be in the water.
So to the right of the lodge, you can see there's a bunch of canoes and kayaks and paddle boards. And like we said before, just for $20 the whole season, you can rent whatever you want and then go onto the lake. Get some friends out here, do whatever you want. There's lots of fun things to do.
So, if you have a dog, it's also fun to throw them sticks. And if they're, a good dog, they can swim. And so you just throw one of these right out into the lake.
As you can see from the conditions outside, it's very cold and very snowy. It's not like how it was when our team went out into the Winona landscape. Unfortunately, during this time, it can be hard to go canoeing or kayaking on the lake, or maybe hard for dogs to go swimming in the waters to get your sticks that you throw. So I kind of would allow you to go for a little hike maybe in the snow time, but just wait until it's springtime and when the beauty flourishes back into Winona Lake to go back and take a nice kayak or a nice canoe ride on the lake. Maybe even some fishing. Or better yet, like some of the seminarians here at IHM, take some poles, cut a hole in the ice, and catch some fish while going ice fishing.
So to the left of the lodge is the lake park map. There's a nice legend at the bottom which can tell you where on the lake there's things to do. It also tells you some rules and stuff. Cool.
Alright, Veterans Memorial. As you can tell, this is a park dedicated to the veterans here at Winona. God bless America. Amen. We also got the Department of the Army, United States of America, founded in 1775. Department of the Navy, United States Marine Corps. Does it say anything? Department of the Navy, United States of America. Department of the Air Force, United States of America. And then we also got some Latin, MCMXL V22. You know how to say that number?
It's just the year.
The year? What is it?
Oh, I don't know. That's
Any-
out of my.
Anyway, the United States of the Coast Guard, Sempre Paratus, based on Latin, and it always means always together, I think. Founded in 1790.
So this is just to dedicate to our different branches of the military so that we can honor the veterans who fought for us.
What better way to honor the veterans of Winona, of the many different branches of the Army, than to make a memorial on the Winona Lake area. Such a beautiful way to honor their service. And now, as we continue on, we're going to see a very special amphitheater used for many concerts or maybe other different occasions.
I like this. Simple.
Oh my gosh. Are we live? Okay.
Yeah, we're under
All right. So this is, I'm not exactly sure what this is, but this is, I would assume kind of a concert venue, a place where people can kind of gather to hear talks or concerts. And it was actually presented to the city of Winona in 1923 by Frederick Summers Bell. And so a bunch of people gather here. I remember one time I saw a powwow here as well. And so it's a place where a bunch of people can gather for different events and cultural activities.
And as you can tell here, I don't know, it's just beautiful. Simple. The architecture is simple. You can just do it for a lot of occasions. I mean, anything. If you even want to model, be a great place for senior photos.
And Keaton's view. I'll show you guys Keaton's view right now. Is this?
There's a ton of seating and chairs, parking lot. We're again like right next to the lake, a bunch of really beautiful trees, and right next to the Veterans Memorial as well. So it's super awesome here. It's also an amphitheater. Ah!
Ah!
As we venture away from Winona Lake, we head to one of Winona's most popular sites, Garvin Heights, and I have with us two guests to help us with this endeavor. We have here Workout Steve and
Billy Joel.
And we cannot forget our team who are actually out in the wildlife, describing the importance of Garvin Heights and the importance that Winona campus is doing there to help save the environment.
Hey guys, so we are at Garvin Heights here in Winona, and this is kind of the first lookout that you get here at Garvin.
As you can see, not a really good view comparison. If anything, think of it more as a sneak peek of what else we can see up there. So yeah, if you want to take a picture of cool you.
So Garvin Heights is a really good place to come in. It's like the best lookout in Winona. There's also a lot of information and stuff that you can come and read about. So in Garvin Heights, there's a bunch of these informational stands where you can learn a lot about Winona. And so like here it shows that a lot of indigenous people used to live here, and it used to boom when in the 1850s as a huge pine lodge floated down the river, which is super cool. Shay, do you have anything?
It's interesting to learn that this place used to be a place for Native Americans, and now it's taken over.
Hello. So this section of the board tells us about the kind of wildlife here in Winona. So we have a bunch of native prairie plants that you can kind of see throughout the landscape here in Winona, as well as the nuts and different animals that fall throughout the season.
Also as well too, as it says, ecology and restoration. So it gives us a little brief history lesson. So in attention getter in this class says Winona is changing. As you can see in this photo right here, it shows how it first was, how it first started out. Just a prairie, and you just had that little overlook, and now, as you can see right here, you can tell how much it has changed. and also a bald eagle because America. Amen.
So the city of Winona is actually built on a bunch of sandstone, and so right here, this is all sandstone, and there's mosses growing on it, which do photosynthesis and all that jazz. Over here, in the rocks, which are also sandstone, you can see traces of calcium in the rocks, which is like old coral deposits or other types like clams and their shells. And that's important to notice because Winona all used to be underwater because it used to be an ocean, and then slowly the Mississippi then it was a prairie, and then slowly the Mississippi got larger and then split in between Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Okay, so in this view, you can see probably like Winona State University over there, and some couple of other factories way over in the back. So it might be pretty hard to see due to the fog, but once the fog is clear, you will probably be able to see all the full view.
Okay, so at one point in Winona's history, there were goats that would come around and eat the mustard seed off the different plants because we need to maintain the wildlife and the plants right here in Winona. And so this is what the project of Winona State University is doing to help maintain the area of Winona to keep the natural resources up and going. And they also kind of clip the trees and make them into piles of sticks and wood so that the forest is maintained and not overrun.
As you can see, kind of going back on what Jack was saying about like the trees being maintained, we chopped down the bad ones, to keep the restoration project keep on going. As you can see, we got those three there. So if you want, I don't know, free wood if you need it.
Thank you for joining us today on our awesome adventure across not only Winona Lake, but Garvin Heights. And now I hope that you can see the many things that you can do not only on the Winona campus, but off into the intercity, an area of Winona, Minnesota.